Hello friends, welcome back to Reviews by Dennis. My name is Dennis. I'm here today to tell you about another exciting product. Today we're going to be discussing the SOOCOO sports camera. Here's the box that it comes in, a nice box, rugged, durable, so that way when you get your product you know it's going to be safe and ready to run and work properly. The camera itself comes in a nice foam padded box inside of here, so that way you really know that it's going to come to you securely. So they took the time to make the box really nice and durable, which I personally like. I know it sounds silly, but I really like the presentation that a company puts into their packaging, because it shows how much they care about their product and how much they care about it getting to its destination, you know, unscathed. But real quick, this is the SOOCOO C30 4K action camera, which is able to take 20 megapixel still shots. It's got a 2.0 inch waterproof diving camera. It comes with two batteries, which are both rechargeable, and they both have the 1350 mAh. That's a good size rechargeable battery, so that you have a good long duration of recording time while you're using them. And it also comes with a 18-piece accessory kit, so that way you're able to mount your camera in all different assorted spots, whether you want to mount it like on your laptop or on your desktop PC. It could be put on your bicycle. It could be mounted as a surveillance camera in different spots. You know, there's all different configurations that you can use, which I'll discuss a little bit later on in the accessories portion of this video. Unfortunately, this camera doesn't come with the SD card. I had one that was laying around, so it didn't really affect me, but that's something you might want to keep in mind before you get this, that it does not come with the accessory of the micro SD card. So I had one of those. I do plan on getting a different bag to store this in, because there are a lot of accessories, and I'd like to keep them separated, kind of like the ones I use more frequently than others. And just overall, I think this is a really great product, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. So basically, the remainder of this video, wherever you see me talking, or I have some footage later on where you'll see where I'm on the driving, where I'm a passenger actually, and I'm taking some footage at regular speed, plus also showing how it works in slow motion, the slow motion feature of this. You'll see. So wherever you see video footage of things moving or me talking, or still shots, I have the time index down in the bottom right hand corner. That's me using this particular camera, so that way you know the difference between this camera and my cell phone camera, which I use to take some pictures. I think overall this is a really great product. Again, I'm reiterating that because I know going forward, so I'm going to use this camera all the time for my video reviews until new technology comes out and makes this obsolete, or this breaks and I need to get a replacement, which at this time I would probably get the same exact thing, because I really do stand by it and I think it's that good of a product. Well, without further ado, let's go into the accessories here and show you what comes with it, and then we'll go into some specifications, and then I'll show you a little bit of footage of it actually being used at normal speed, and then the slow motion speed. Keep in mind the slow motion speed, it's only a 13-second video, but once it's slowed down, it's actually a minute and 47 seconds, so that gives you the ratio of like how much it slows something down. And the only thing I used to show that as a gauge was I videotaped the dotted line on the road, so you can see how slow it's passing by. I will not show the whole minute and 47 seconds, so it's going to sound weird, but I'm going to speed that section up so you can see that it's uncut footage from the beginning of it to the end of it, and show you a little bit slow in the beginning, speed up, and then a little bit slow at the end, so that way you see the time index hasn't been messed with or anything like that, to show that it's actual solid footage, so you know there's no trickery of the camera or whatever. Not that would do that, but without further ado, here's the accessories and the specifications. But without further ado, here's the accessories and the specifications. I'll try to do this really quick, but I think it's important to let you know what accessories come with this camera. I got the instruction booklet here. It's got all the information about troubleshooting. It's got all the accessories items. It gives you a couple-page synopsis on how to set up your devices, for different accessories and stuff like that, to use them with different equipment. There are a couple pages of that in there. but I just wanted to go through the actual accessories with you. I'm going to take these off so you don't get so much glare, and kind of tell you and show you all the parts that you get. So this is the actual waterproof case that you get with the camera. Then you get the fixed mount. That's what the fixed mount looks like. You get a protective door, which is not waterproof. That's this one here. Then you're going to get a switch support. This is called switch support 1. Switch support 2. This one's just a little narrower, shorter base. And then switch support 3 right here. And then you get the fixed base, which has the screw end on the bottom. You can swivel it onto like a camera mount. But that's what that one looks like. And of course you use, the screw to go in there. Then you also get it's the back clamp. It's for using similar to what I'm using right here to do this video production. That the camera slips into it, so that way you can operate it on a tripod. That's what I'm doing right now with a different one I have. Then you get the back clamp. This will actually hook on. If you need it for other things, it can hook on the back case. It'll clip on like that, so that you can use it to clip onto things, so it could be held onto in different areas and modes. Then you're going to get 2 adhesive mounts, and that's what these look like. The 2 adhesive mounts. They got the adhesive backing, and you see it's got the little screw hole in the center there. Again, for being able to mount it onto a a threaded area like you normally would for a camera. Then you get some adhesive tape. So you get 2 pieces of adhesive tape and a wire rope. I personally have no need for the wire rope yet, but it would be nice for securing it to different areas and stuff like that. You're going to get an extra battery, which is really nice. It's always nice to have an extra battery all charged up, ready to go. And then you get what they call bandages. It's these straps that you would use to, to be able to modify and fasten it up to the other different accessories here, so that you can attach it to, different equipment and stuff. But you get 2 of those bandages, and also 2 of these Velcro strips, which come with those. Then lastly, or not lastly, you're going to get it's the bicycle mount. That's what this is right here. You see it's separated, and once you unscrew these, you're going to lower it down on top of your bicycle arm, handlebar or whatever, and then tighten it on so that way it's fixed to your bike. Then you're going to get 4 ribbons or zip ties. You're going to get your data line, which is, you're going to get it's the bicycle mount. That's what this is right here. You see it's separated, and once you unscrew these, you're going to lower it down on top of your bicycle arm, handlebar or whatever, and then tighten it on so that way it's fixed to your bike. Then you're going to get 4 ribbons or zip ties. You're going to get your data line, which is I believe that's a micro USB. Let's see what else you get here. You get the adapter. This is the adapter. Again, it's got the little screw hole in the bottom, so you can use this in conjunction with the other accessories that have the hole in it. You get this is the base. You see it's got a little bit of an angle there, and it also has on the bottom the little spot so you can hook it into other accessories here. You get a cleaning cloth and this instruction booklet and accessory booklet. It's very easily, everything's easily worded so that it's not hard to figure out how to do stuff. This will walk you through steps on how to change the date on your camera, so that way it's showing the current date, or if you want to modify the setup of the date. It walks you through all kinds of steps, such as just having common things like beep sounds, auto narration, the language mode, different modes, and operation settings, with camera views in mind, like resolution, loop recording, how the gyroscope works. It's just got a whole bunch of different things. I mean, it shows you how to set up diving mode, how to use the voice prompts, different angles, image size. There's so much information in this camera. Does so much stuff. So this is definitely a really valuable item in and of itself. To go through some of the specifications here in this manual, because I know a lot of people, when they're looking for cameras, they're looking for certain specifications, and sometimes they help you decide whether or not this product is right for you or not. So just real quick, I'm just going to read through the list here to kind of help bring you up to speed, let you know what's involved with the specification of this product. Let's see, the image sensor is a Sony IMX078. The lens it can either be 170 degrees, 140 degrees, 110 degrees, or 70 degrees. And it's all in an adjustable FOV, which I believe is field of view. It comes in, the displays on this camera come in several different languages. Comes in English, Dutch, French, Spanish, Italian, Portugal. Let's see, the LCD display is a 2-inch HD screen. The video compression encoding is 0.264, which is a very common compression encoding measure right now these days. The image resolution can be anywhere from a VGA, which is 640 by 480, up to 20 megapixels, which is 5120 by 3840. And there's a varying scale in between all those. From VGA goes up to 3 megapixels, then 5 megapixels, 8 megapixels, 10, 12, and 16 megapixels before you get to 20 is where the maximum capacity of megapixels is for the image resolution. The storage unit on this is done on a micro SDHC card, which is a class 10 or above. It supports storage of 8 gigabytes up to 64 gigabytes. So that's good to know that it has a cap out capacity. So that way, if you got a micro HD card that was 128 gigabytes, it's not going to be able to be used in this camera. So 64 gigabytes is your max size that you're going to be able to use. So 8 to 64 is your whole spectrum of range. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the SD card, which I thought was a little bit of a shame because it does come with such a dynamite accessory kit. It would have been really nice if it threw in, a good, say, 32 gigabyte chip. I already had a chip, so it wasn't a big deal for me, but it's something to keep in mind if you're going to get this. Definitely do a search for a memory card too while you're in the process. And it is the micro SD cards, which are the really tiny ones that you usually find in cell phones and stuff like that. Let's see, it has a self timer, which can be set at 2, 5, or 10-second timer settings. It's got a time-lapse recording of 1 to 5 seconds. The USB is USB Micro 2.0. Power source is 5 volts or 1 amps. The charging time is about 4 hours, which is pretty good. It's nice to know, 4 hours you can, have your device fully charged up. I'm actually using mine right now, and it's actually plugged in, being charged as I'm recording. So it's really nice that you can do that. You can actually charge while you're actually using the product. So that's really nice to know. So that in an emergency situation or whatever, you don't have to worry about, plugging in and losing the ability to be able to take whatever footage you want at the particular time. So that is nice to know that it takes 4 hours standalone. It might take a little bit longer if you're using it and charging at the same time, just because the power consumption is happening while you're shooting footage while it's plugged in. Let's see here, and then the battery type is 3.7 volts. What else we got here? The video file format is MP4. The image file format is JPEG. It has the longest recording time is approximately 70 minutes. I guess that would be on the battery size. I don't know. It doesn't really specify here. I don't know if that's according to the battery power. That's how long it'll record, or the size of a memory card. Because obviously you can fit more than 2 hours on on a 32 gigabyte memory card. So I think that applies to the battery, how long the battery will last of continuous running. It has a choice between audio, voice prompts. So as you're doing stuff, it'll prompt you to help you get familiar with stuff. It's got night scene mode, diving modes, anti-shaking ability, motion detection, burst shooting. It's Wi-Fi compatible, and then it listed the dimensions, the size of it, which is really small. But I did like the Wi-Fi function. I am using it right now with a cord as if it's a like a PC cam. I had it hooked up in that configuration now. I went through the whole process with my cell phone and hooked it up through my Wi-Fi. I'll include a picture at the end of this video showing where it's like you can see the product name in my Wi-Fi. When you search for different Wi-Fi that's available and stuff like that, and you can see where it's in there and stuff. So I took a few shots on my camera, just to show, or on my cell phone, just to show you like the app that you can download and use. I used that. I took a picture of the app. I took a picture of how it works. Some of the basic pictures and stuff like that, just to let you be familiar with the fact that I'm using it on the PC right now to do this actual video. You can use it with your cell phone, for the Wi-Fi capacity, and or you can just use it as a standalone camera, take it out in the environment and stuff like that. So it's very versatile. So as you can see, there's many great features that this camera has. There's many, good specifications that are involved in this, and I try to encompass all these, great items, let you know about all of them, so that way you can make an informed decision whether or not this item's right for you. I personally find this right for me. Like I said, I'm going to be using this for a long time, as long as nothing happens to it or new technology doesn't come out and blow it out of the water right away. I can see I'll be using this for a long time. I mean, I'm stunned with the Wi-Fi features of it. It linked up to both my computer and my, my cell phone with no problems. I mean, I just had a totally positive experience with this whole review process of this camera, and I'm not just telling you to take my word for it. Check out the link in the description below and check it out for yourself. But I'm just here to give you that information because I really do think this is a great product, and I want people to check it out. I thank you so much for stopping by today at Reviews by Dennis, and I look forward to seeing you again. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.